Hello everyone. So today topic is ES5 and ES6. So I will explain what is ES5 and what is ES6 and what will happen in ES5 and what will happen in ES6. So in that first I write ES5. So first I will explain ES5. So in that ES5 it is released on 2009. It is released on 2009. And main use, it's supported in all browser, foundation of modern JavaScript. It is main use is like use supported in all browsers, foundation of modern JavaScript. And the now we will see like what is the key feature of ES5. Key key features of ES5. So in that, first of all, it is variable declaration. In that, variable declaration. So in that variable declaration, I write in the code what is variable declaration. Online JS compiler. So in that like var name equal to like ria. That is the variable declaration. In that user var function scope and can be redeclared and updated, and it is also support to hoisting variable are moved to the top of their scope but set of the undefined set to the undefined. So that is the variable declaration. And the second is functions. Functions. So in that functions, I'll write in code like it is simply function like function, let's say function greet, and then pass parameter let's say like name, not a number, and return hello plus name. Okay, and then simply we can call this function like greet, not a name, greet, and then like call, let's say ria. Why it is happening? Oh, sorry. Return hello plus name. So in that like function name, okay, like we didn't, I didn't write like console dot name, sorry, console dot log, console dot log, and then call this function greet, and then suppose let's say ria, then it will print hello ria. It should be like why it is like not space, because I'm not giving here hello ria. Okay, so that is the function in ES5. So next is in ES5 array method. We will see array method. What array method is there in ES5? Array method. So in that, introduce useful methods for each map, filter and reduce. So I writing the code simply like in map. Oh, what is hmm. So in array, like let's say bar number, and in that array, like simply 1, 2 and 3, and then suppose let's say square of this number, square equal number dot map, and then call like one function and then end, and then return n into n. So this is the code of square of number, and then let's say console.log square. We need to print square. So let's say output will come 1, 4 and 9. See 1, 4 or 9. So that is the map function, map in array method. So next we will see in 4 like object creation object creation. So in that object creation can define object and method inside them, and no class syntax, only constructor, function and prototypes. Okay, so I'm writing code like how in ES5 we write the code. Simply like var person, and let's say name Ria, and then age let's say 30, and then greet is a we create a one function, and then console.log hi I am, and then these dot name. Okay, so if, and then we will print. So in this like name age, and we call a we create a one function, and then we call this function like person using dot, and greet simply we call, and then we will see output hi I am Ria. it is printed. Okay, so these are the like in comes in ES5 and also in 5 prototype and inheritance. Prototype and inheritance. So in that also uses prototype to simulate classes and inheritance. Okay, so it is also came in ES5 and the next is strict mode. Strict mode. In like simply we can use write like use strict in inverted comma like x is equals to like 3.14 like is pi value, so it will give error x is not declared. Okay, it helps catch bugs by enforcing cleaner code rules. Okay, and the next is JSON support. JSON support. So in that JSON support, it is normally like added native support for JSON passing and stringifying. Just we can write like JSON dot stringify and we can got the value in JSON dot support. So these are the things came in ES5. Now I will explain about ES6. ES6. So ES6 is released in 2025. 2025. And the goal is the ES6 make JavaScript more powerful and readable and suitable for large application. Like, you can say goal make JavaScript more powerful, readable and suitable for large applications. So in that, like now I will explain key features of ES6. So first of all, in that ES6 came like first is block scope variable let and const. Block scope variable let and const. I already explained like what is block scope in my previous video, so you can watch that video. Simply I'll explain like in block scope in like let and const in like short way. So in let case block scope reassignable and const block scope not reassignable, more predictable and safer than var. Okay. Second in ES6 came in arrow function also. Arrow function. So it is like shorter function syntax and it is doesn't bind its own. This is good for callback. It is used for like callback. And third is template literals. Template literals. It is normally we can use backtick and support string interpolation and multi-line strings. Okay. And next is destructuring. So in the destructuring extract values from object or array in a clean way. We can simply extract the values in destructuring. And fifth is default parameter. Default parameters. In that default parameter admission, default parameters assign default values directly in function argument. So that is default parameters. And next came is spread and rest operator. Spread, spread and rest operators. So spread is expand array or object, and rest is gather function argument into an array. So it is simply I said like expand array on object individual element, and it is and the rest operator it's collect remaining argument or value into an array. Okay, so that is split and rest operator. And the next is classes. Classes also came in ES6 7 classes. So classes are like cleaner syntax for object oriented programming, and it is supports inheritance with extents. That is classes. And next is modules. Modules. So in that modules, native support for import and export, useful for code organizations. Okay, so that is about the modules. And next is promise. Handle asynchronous operations and more easily. Promises came, that's why it came like in ES6 because of handle asynchronous operations more easily and replace messy callback chains. So that is the ES5 and ES6. If we will say like about the difference, like in the feature, we can say in variable in ES5 var and ES6 latent cause. In function, it is regular function, and in that ES6 came in arrow function. In string, if you talk about a string, so in ES5, in it's related to like concatenation, and ES6 in template literals, and in ES5 object in array like in manual access, and in ES6 destructuring in classes like in ES5 function plus prototype, and in that ES6 class syntax. And if I talk about modules, so in ES5 modules like none use tools, and in that ES6 import and export. And if I talk about async, so in that async in ES5 callbacks, and after the a solution of the callback it's like in ES6 came in promise and later async await. So that is the that's whole I explained about ES5 and ES6. Okay, so in ES6 like 7 feature came, and in that ES5 in 7 feature came, and ES6 like 8 on some 9 features came. So that's all about ES5 and ES6.